Alright guys, so here we have Lake Ontario. This is right in Slack High Sport Fishing's backyard here. So we're going to try and do a whole series on Lake Ontario trout and salmon fishing. There's quite a few different species of trout and salmon in Lake Ontario. It's a great fishery, lots of area to fish, lots of options, and big fish. And so the video you're going to watch today is actually a tournament we're fishing in early September, and I'm going to show you guys the area we're fishing. Now what's going on in early September is these mature king salmon are starting to pile up in front of the creek mouths to go through the spawning process. So what they'll do is they'll start to stage up out in front of the creeks and shallower water. So today we're going to be fishing about 90 to 120 feet of water, which isn't that far out here because Lake Ontario gets deep pretty quickly. So we're talking a mile or so out. And we're basically going to be fishing from, this is Oak Orchard Creek, the mouth of Oak Orchard Creek right here. See that? We're going to be fishing between there, and if you scroll west, we're going to see Johnson's Creek right here, which this is Johnson's Creek. And this day that we fish, there's quite a few fish piled up in this area. And all along the lakeshore, there's lots of creeks and rivers that flow into the lake. And these fish, when they get ready to go through the spawning process, these mature kings, they start to stage up in front of these areas. So this is in early September. In a month or so, these fish are going to be, all these creeks are just going to be crammed full of big king salmon. But right now, these fish are kind of staging up in front of these creeks, and that's what we're going to target today, because this tournament that we're fishing, you can only weigh your 3 biggest fish. So we're looking for mature kings today. So, and we're fishing on a pretty big boat today. It's going to be a 31-foot Tiara we're fishing on, but you're going to see there's lots of small boats out here fishing today too. If you get the right day, you can easily fish this lake with a small boat, especially when these fish are close to shore. Just got to be careful because it's a big lake. It can get rough quickly. But this is definitely something you can do in a smaller boat. So we end up getting third in this tournament today, so we did pretty well. So you guys are going to see some big fish coming on the boat. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to talk you guys through this setup process. I want to show you how we set up the boat and the rods to fish. If you guys are experienced trollers, salmon fishermen, you might want to skip through this because it would be repetitive and boring for you guys. But the first thing we're doing here is we're dropping trolling bags. You can see I drop one on either side of the boat. And what they do is they basically slow you down, restrict your forward progress, which allows you to run your engines at higher RPM, which these work great on big boats and small boats alike. If you're running even a small engine, especially a 2-stroke, they don't like to run at low RPMs for a long period of time. They'll load up on you. So these trolling bags, they help to stabilize the boat a little, but also they allow you to run your engine at higher RPMs, so your engines don't load up and you can still maintain trolling speed, which today for us is going to be around 2.5 miles per hour. So I'm going to be setting up downriggers on this side of the boat. I'm setting up the first downrigger right now. I'm clipping the cannonball on, which I believe these are 12 or 14 pound cannonballs. Pretty heavy. But again, this is a big boat, and these are big riggers, so they can handle it. So we're going to be fishing spoons primarily, and some flasher fly setups as well, but this is a spoon here. And typically your outside downriggers are going to be set higher than your inside downriggers that are right on the back of the boat. And your outside riggers, you're going to run a longer lead, so I'm going to let that spoon back probably about 30 feet. Then you'll see I'm going to set it in the release. We're using Black's releases today, and they have a little clip on them. So what you do is you make a loop and twist the line about 5-6 times. You can see me doing it there. And then you're going to snap it into the clip, which I do right there. And that's what's going to hold your line on the downrigger wire to get it down to the depth that you want. So I'm going to send this rigger down, and the other thing is every time we catch a fish today, I'm going to show you what lure we're using. I don't get any endorsements. I'm not trying to sell you things. I just want to show you guys what we're using, what colors are working. Same thing with the flashers. So that rod's set. We're going to move to the next rigger here. You're going to see me do the same thing again. Now this is going to be a deeper rigger on the inside, so I'm going to set the lead about half as long as the other one, about 15 feet I would say. And you're going to see me make a loop again, and again clip it into that Black's release. These downriggers are digital. Basically they go up and down with just a push of a button, which is pretty nice. My smaller boat, I have hand crank riggers that basically have to crank up and down manually. These work great, but not everybody can afford them, these digitals, and also they're too heavy for smaller boats a lot of times. So you know, either one works, but basically I'm going to send this one down now too. We're also going to have dipsy divers on the side. Here's the whole spread, 4 riggers, 2 dipsies on each side. I'll show you a little more about those later, but we're set up to fish. So we're gonna get catching some fish here. This dipsy looks like 177, a little hard to see. 55 there. You can see those back riggers are going to be a little deeper. It's the second one I set, 58, and I believe this one is 46. This outside one, this was a hot rod that day. Yep, 46. And then this is our other dipsy. I believe that one's, yeah, 160 back. And those are not connected to the downriggers. So here we go.
Yeah, just try and keep them right down the middle here between these 2 rods if we can. He was right up in that copper for a minute there, but stayed out of it. Yep. What do you want to do?
You want that one, Robin?
Reel down.
Yeah.
Okay, walk back. Lift up. Got him. I might take one. You know, just that little one. He was barely hooked, you know.
When we do it, try to keep him in that corner.
This corner?
Up on a big king on the diver. See how far out it is still. She reels down. Oh, where is it? Can't even see it. Oh, there it is. 324 feet.
He's over top of it on this side right now, I think.
Okay guys, I'm going to talk you through this section here because this is our first big fish of the day. So we caught one smaller one there, but this is first big fish of the day, really what we're looking for, and this fish is wild. This fish basically came right to the starboard back corner of the boat and commenced trying to dive through everything and really causing trouble. So I'm just clearing rods out of the way here. Al's doing the same thing. Robin's on the rod. She's doing a good job, but this fish is giving us problems here. Sometimes these big kings will do that. They'll be real green and they'll come right up on the side corner of the boat, and that is not where you want them. At one point, Al actually had to kick the boat into gear and accelerate a little bit to kind of try and move this fish back behind the boat, because he just wanted to be on this starboard corner. And with these, especially with these big fish, that is not where you want them. So I'm running to get the net here, and he is sitting right on this corner. You can see I'm trying to pull him away there by hand, and we get him. We get him in the net here. And again, I'm gonna every time we get a fish, I'm gonna flash up what lure we're using here, just to show you guys what we're using. This one was on a spoon, but we're gonna get some on the flasher fly setup on the Dipsy diver on the port side as well. So I'll show you that a little later.
All right. Yeah, that's probably about right. Maybe 15, I would guess. Okay. Put off.
Let's see what he weighs.
Okay.
I don't know, 15 or 16.
Yeah, 15, 16. It's a good fish. Nice.
Okay guys, pop in here real quick. I'm setting this Dipsy diver on this side. You can see that as a flasher with a fly behind it. That flasher rotates in the water, gives that fly some action, and the salmon love these. You can see right about the time I get this set, this gets bit. There it goes. I set it at about 155 and pretty much clicked it over, turned away, and boom, this big king grabbed it and started screaming drag. So I'm gonna fight him in here.
I don't think. I think it's probably like one of those 10 pounders or something, maybe, you know. I see how you are. You make me catch the one that's way out there on the diver. I saw that. Yeah.
You net him? Out of the bag right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
You ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Got a lamprey on him.
Oh yeah, he does.
All right.
Look at that. What a pro.
This fish comes in with a pretty good sized lamprey on it. I'm going to show you a close up here, but this lamprey held on until the fish was in the net.
And why would we do that?
See that? I remember somebody did that once, didn't they? Yeah. Can I get picture of him. Yeah. He didn't let go. It's a sea lamprey. Yeah, he didn't let go until the fish was in the net. Hang out with your buddy here.
Okay guys, real quick here, we're going to show you a close-up of that lamprey. Like I said, he didn't let go of the fish until the fish was in the net. These are parasitic little critters. They actually bore a hole in the side of the fish, and they can kill the fish. So we don't really like these guys, but you can see the teeth here. That's how they attach. Pretty gnarly little critters.
45 degrees. $45 down 65. Yeah, that one went quick. Going deep. He goes that way, try and pull him this way, you know? Yep. Still got a little spunk left in him, huh? Oh yeah. King. Yep, reel down again, reel down. All right, go back. Nice. It's a hot spoon.
So the big one on that side, the little one on this side.
Flopper. That's King. Nope, you're good.
Okay, so we get that fish in the boat, and I'm just getting ready to reset this rod, and I look over, and you're going to see that other inside rigger goes off. And it's going to be our biggest fish of the day right here, about 19 pounds. And reel up, set the hook, and he's there. Big fish.
It's a good time. It'll feel good.
Going into that diver. He might be a little heavier. He might be a little heavier. I'm just wondering if he's... Nah, I think he's out of that diver. Now this might be a better fish. I don't know. There he goes. Yeah, it is. what's up. Is that the right? Yeah, that looks right. Yep.
There you go.
Got it.
That's better.
Might have what the hell's going on?
There he is.
Robin, you that ready?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Take the net over here. Get him? Okay. Get ready. Go right over there.
Okay, so you can see at one point there, the fish did get wrapped up in another line, but we were able to get him loose, and Robin's going to get him in the net here, and this is the one that puts us into contention for the tournament.
All right,
All
get him.
All right, look at that. Woo! All right.
There you go.
Nice job. Nice net. Yeah. Yellow gator, man. Okay. Just rinse that off. Put it in the yellow gator, man. Okay. Woo! Lively. There we go. Yellow gator. Yellow gator. I'll weigh him.
Yeah, just 17 maybe.
He's more than that, I'll bet you.
Okay, so we get him in the boat, we got him on the scale here. Weighed around 19 and a half on the scale, which was pretty accurate. It's about what he weighed at the weigh-in. And, put him in the box. After this, we do catch one more rainbow, I believe. But I didn't show you guys video of the rainbows, just for time constraint reasons. Wanted to show you video of landing the salmon, the fish we actually weighed in for the tournament. So there's the box, nice box of fish, and that's it. We're heading back in.
Heading back in.